So you've decided that this course is what you're looking for. That's great. I'm so happy to see you again. But if you're still hesitating, then this video will hopefully reassure you that this course is exactly what you're looking for. Let me start by explaining what an insight is, so you can check that this course covers the topic that you were searching for. Then, if you do decide to join me on this journey to actionable insight development, you'll know that it is exactly the right one for you. You're going to enjoy this course, I just know it, just like hundreds of others before you. We're going to have a lot of fun too while we're learning, as I'll be showing you some great examples from companies that know what an insight is, how to develop them, and how to action them. I'll also give you all the tools you need to immediately improve your process and develop more actionable insights. And I'll be sharing many templates that you can download and complete for yourself. In fact, I'll be using many of them as homework for you to do as you complete each video lesson. So sit back and watch carefully and make sure you take loads of notes, because this is information that others pay me tens of thousands of dollars to teach them in workshops. And you'll be getting it at just a fraction of the cost and its true value. So let's get started. In this first section, we'll begin with an introduction to insights, and I'll talk some more about who I am and why I can help you to develop insights faster and more easily than you do today. But before going any further, I have a question for you. How comfortable are you with your own insight development process and the actionability of what you develop? As you're here, I'm assuming that you believe it could be improved. Am I right? Well, you've come to the right place. Let me say that I know precisely what you're going through. I've been there too in the past, and have seen many of my clients coming to me with the same frustrating situation. Until I teach them what I'm about to share with you, that is. You know, you develop what you hope is an insight, and then actions are taken based on that insight. But you don't get the results everyone is hoping for. You're frustrated, they're frustrated, and the business loses out. Well, I can promise you that if you follow my 7-step formula, you will be developing insights, actionable insights, in no time at all. Insights are the holy grail that all businesses seek but rarely find. At least until they learn what I'm going to share with you in this course. Marketers dream of them, and customers are magnetized by them and by the products and services which are based upon them. But first, what is an insight? Let's agree on one definition so we're all on the same page, okay? Well, let's start by saying what it's not. An insight is not information or data. They're not a quote from a customer or the results of a market research project. And they're not a description of a customer, their attitudes or behaviors. There are many definitions around, but I'm going to show you what I use because it's easy to remember, and I think that this is very important. It's just the mnemonic A to E. Let me show you. An insight is a statement which attitudes and actions are impacted. As already mentioned, you want to make a difference in your customers' beliefs and thus behavior. Brand or category relevance. You can't develop insight in a void. It has to be about a certain brand or category. Customer or shopper. You need to identify a group of brand users whom you will get to know in order to develop the insight. Deep human truth. Because emotions influence behavior, you should have a deep human truth as the foundation to the insight, something everyone can agree with. Emotional response. The emotional response we're looking for is a change in attitude and behavior. This makes the actionability of your insight that much easier. Now, did you notice that if you take the first word of each of these 5 criteria, they are A to E? That's an easy way for you to remember what an insight is and what yours needs to include when you develop one. Now, you might be wondering, who am I and why you should listen to me? And also, why do I want to share my ideas about insight development with you? Well, my name is Denyse Drummond-Dunn, and I've been working in insight development and actioning them for most of my career. And I'm going to help you improve your insights process and increase their actionability. The reason I'm going to do this is because despite everyone saying how important it is to develop customer insights, very few companies actually do it. They either don't have a process or don't find it very useful, as they're unable to action what they develop. So their insight development process has little, if any, impact on their organization. Does any of this sound familiar to you? I've over 30 years' experience working in major global marketing organizations, including Nestlé, Philip Morris International, and Gillette, which is now a part of P&G. But for the past 10 years, I've been advising clients around the world, global companies such as Coke, Hero, Carlsberg, and Unilever. I help them to catalyze their customer centricity so that they can grow their business through improved customer understanding and engagement. And all of this starts with insight development. In this course, I want to do exactly the same for you. Customer centricity is simply about making the customer more prominent in a business and thinking customer first in every situation. I'm a new age marketer who combines creativity with cultural sensitivity, and I'm tech savvy thanks to an honours degree in computer science and being a bit of a geek ever since, if I'm honest. One of the most common demands that I get every single day is to help clients in developing insights, especially actionable insights about their customers. That's why I developed this training. Now, you know who I am and why I know so much about insights. In the next video, we'll start looking at the 7-step process I have created to help you to develop insights. So if you still haven't signed up for the course, I think it's time you did, don't you? No more hesitation. You're going to learn so much in such a short time and get inspired by my many examples from around the world. And you'll be getting loads of tools and templates to take away and use yourself forever. In the next video, session 2, we'll be getting into the very first of the 7-step process for developing an actionable insight. So see you there.